Okay, ladies and gentlemen, well look, this is kind of like a go, but not really at all, because we're talking about one very specific thing. Sam Johnson, of course, he's gone all the way around Australia. Look, you've probably heard me say this 100 times. We've been talking about it for weeks. He's here, mate, it's ridiculous. You're on a unicycle, you're going around the bloody country. Now, look, there's obviously a good reason for it.
Yeah.
I think you should probably explain to us what the go is.
Yeah, look, I didn't think it'd be a good idea to ride around the country on a unicycle for fun.
No.
And I'm not doing it for my own pleasure. I'm doing it for a great reason. I'm doing it to promote breast cancer awareness. My sister Connie is dying of breast cancer, and I'm out to raise $1 million for the Garvin Research Foundation, who do great biomedical research. They helped create the drug that's keeping my sister alive. They're world leaders. They're an Australian charity, so we're raising for them. And I'm on an somewhat uncomfortable mission to remind every young mum in the land to be breast aware. Our message is really simple. It's don't fall into the booby trap. Be breast aware. And I'm cycling literally around the whole country, just trying to get the message out, really.
Absolutely. Now look, Geraldton, so far, how much have you done until you got to us?
In terms of Ks?
Yes.
Yeah. I did roughly 7,000 to get here.
Right.
So I've come from Melbourne about 110, 115 days ago. So I think we're into our 4th calendar month. It's a 12-month long trip though, so I still don't get back till February. Don't get back home till February. I'll have time to kind of try and assess what the hell happened over the last 12 months then. But yeah, so I do about 80 or 100k a day, and I've come from Melbourne across to Adelaide, and I went straight up the guts in the middle of summer, which was a great idea.
Yeah,
it's really.
Burke and Wills tried that, didn't
Yeah, and all they got out of it was initials on a tree. Yeah, luckily I survived that. Went up to Darwin, crossed to Broome, and now I'm meandering my way down the west coast, mate, and just trying to avoid these winds.
I know, right? They reckon we're the 3rd windiest city in the world. You've got to be careful out there.
Yeah, but we're here at the right time of the year, and luckily the spirits have been smiling on me. I'm in a classic name drop here.
That's it. I was wondering if we were going to get that.
Yeah, clanger. I hunted out, sniffed out Kathy Freeman, and because I wanted to tell her about my event and I wanted her to support us. And I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. And she was really friendly. She said, yeah, come and have a chat. And so I went and told her about this epic journey that I'm doing, and at the end of it, she just looked at me and she said, the spirits are smiling on you, you'll make it.
Nice.
It's a fairly glowing endorsement from an Indigenous person to a whitey.
Sure.
I thought that was a fairly glowing endorsement, and she's been bloody right.
Yeah.
I've had the wind at my tail, mostly. And I'm not saying I haven't encountered some kind of rough conditions, but Mother Nature, by and large, has done what she said. It's been on my side, so I feel pretty lucky.
Well done to Kathy.
Yeah.
Now, mate, look, I've got to ask. I don't normally ask guys about their crotch region, but it can't be looking good, can it? Really?
It's really shabby. It's really shabby. It's the worst aspect physically of this ride is holding your whole body weight up by a seat. It's just jammed between your legs and up your bum.
Mate, look, while you've been in town, a whole bunch of businesses, a lot of people have turned out that supported you. Who are we talking about in particular?
Oh, it's been mental. It's been absolutely insane. The corporate support in Gero has been awesome. It's a good community here that really banded together for us. I feel really, it sounds sucky, and I'm not trying to make it sound sucky, but I feel really honoured to have been treated so well while I was here. And God, where do you start really? I mean, Jet's Gym, you know, we went and smashed out a workout there on a day off, and they raised over $1,000. Breakers, they threw a great Sunday sesh for us, did a great job, and fabulous people down there. Too many people to thank involved there. Vibe nightclub, we had a pretty mental night there on Saturday night.
I heard a rumour.
Yeah, we managed to raise $1,500 there. Domino's Pizza, they've chucked in. Bendigo Bank threw in a lazy 500, which we'll take gratefully. But I suppose I was really my highlight. One of my real highlights was going to see the Buccaneers game, and I was welcomed into the Buccaneers fold as if I was part of the family, and I now support them.
Absolutely.
They're my new basketball team that I support, and I'm not just saying that while I'm here. I'm going to follow them. I really had an amazing time.
Yep.
So a big shout out to the Buccaneers, and but I suppose last and most importantly, there's this dude about town, and they call him J-Mac.
Well, I've heard of this guy.
Yeah, his name's Jason McCarthy. He's got character flaws, and he's not perfect.
I've got a list of them. We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
he's not perfect, but I tell you what, he has just worked his backside off to make sure that Geraldton was what it was.
Yep.
And so to J-Mac from WAFM and Spirit Radio, who's just made sure everyone knew that we were coming.
Yep.
I tips me lid.
Excellent. Well, finally he was
Hey,
here in the
Brady.
room to share it with us.
Brady, yeah. Well, just
It's a shame. We'll tell him.
don't tell him.
No, that's
He doesn't
it.
need it. But I'd like to thank you too, because you've been helping me out all weekend as well.
It's been a bloody pleasure. It's the least we can do in town. It is absolutely ridiculous what you're doing, but it's fantastic in so many ways. So look, congratulations. Thank you for making Geraldton part of it. And we were very, very curious to know how the journey's going to go. We're going to follow it here on The Spirit as well.
Yeah, sweet.
we
That
can't
sounds great. Yeah, no, thanks, Gero. You guys rock.